Hello students. In this video, we are going to see the easy way to predict the type of hybridization on the central atom in any given molecule. For that, you have to follow certain rules, what I'll be giving now. For that, I will try to explain this by taking a simple example. The first example what we can have is methane. Now the first rule is you have to select the central atom. Here the central atom is carbon. Now you have to find the number of valence electrons in that carbon atom. Students, you know the atomic number of carbon is 6. So its electronic configuration is 2 and 4. Or otherwise you should know the group number of that element. So here if I see carbon, the number of valence electrons here are 4. You have to add number of monovalent connected atoms. Monovalent means the elements whose valency is 1. Rest of the elements we don't consider. So here monovalent there are 4 atoms. So I will add 4 here. The total number I will get 8. Divide this by 2. So the number what I get here is 4. Now students, you know that the number of orientations what we have, if there is one orientation, then it is S. For P, we have 3 orientations. For D, we have 5 orientations. And for F, we have 7 orientations. Now we have to use this 4 to form the type of hybridization. So first I will write S, remaining here is 3. So I will go for P3. So the type of hybridization what I will have on carbon in methane is sp3. Now let us check out whether there are any lone pairs present on this carbon. For that you have to find the difference between this number what you got here and the number of attached atoms. So if you see the difference here, the difference here is 0. So there is no lone pair on carbon in methane. Let us try for the next molecule. The next molecule what you have is ammonia. Here the central atom is nitrogen. Atomic number of nitrogen is 7. Its electronic configuration is 2 and 5. So the number of valence electrons are 5. Number of monovalent attached atoms, they are 3 here. The total comes out to 8. Divide it by 2, you get 4. So the hybridization will be sp3. Let us check for number of lone pairs. So the number of lone pairs here, so I will find the difference between the attached atoms and this number what I got. So there is a difference of 1. So there is 1 lone pair. So here sp3 hybridization with 1 lone pair. Let us move on to the next molecule and that is water. Here the central atom is oxygen. Oxygen atomic number is 8. Its electronic configuration is 2 and 6. So there are 6 valence electron. Attached monovalent atoms they are 2. So add this 2 to this, you will get 8. Divide this by 2, you get a number that is 4. Means again here oxygen is also undergoing sp3 hybridization. Let us check for the number of lone pairs here. So if you see the attached atoms here, they are 2 and this difference is of 2 lone pairs and therefore this will have 2 lone pairs. So this is how you are to find the type of hybridization. Now the question is if the molecule, given molecule is with some charge. So let us see that also. So let us consider one more molecule and that is hydronium ion. Here the central atom is oxygen. Its atomic number is 8. Electronic configuration 2 and 6. So here I will take 6 electrons plus number of monovalent atoms 3. I will add to this. Now students, if there is a positive charge here, I will subtract that positive charge. Here it is 1 positive charge, so I will subtract 1. Now what I will get is 9 minus 1, that is 8. Again divide this by 2, you will get 4. So the hybridization here is sp3. Let us check whether there are some lone pairs. So for that, this is 3 and the number what you got here is 4, means there is 1 lone pair. So this will be plus 1 lone pair. Let us try few more examples. Now the next example what you can have, now we have tried for the positive charge. Let us try for the negative charge. So I am taking NO3 minus. Now here if I see the central atom is nitrogen, its atomic number is 7, electronic configuration is 2 and 5. So here I will consider 5 plus. Now students, if you see this oxygen, this is not monovalent, it is divalent. So I will not consider oxygen atom. So I will write here 0. Now as there is a minus charge, I will add that minus charge or the negative charge which the molecule is carrying. This is minus 1. So I will add here 1. So what I get is 5 plus 1 is 6. Divide this by 2, I'll get 3. Now what will be the hybridization is sp2 hybridization. The number what I got here is 3. Now if I check this, this is also 3. So there is no lone pair present. So here no lone pair. So it will only undergo sp2 hybridization. Let us try the most known molecule, and that is SO2 molecule. Students, you know sulfur is from oxygen family, or its atomic number is 16. So its electronic configuration is 2, 8 and 6. So its electrons what we have is 6. So add 6 plus. This is divalent. So I will add 0 here. This will give me 6 divided by 2 will give me 3, means it will undergo sp2 hybridization. Now let us try for the lone pairs. If I check here, this is 3 and attached atoms they are 2. So the difference is of 1. So there is one lone pair on sulfur in SO2 molecule. Let us try few more molecules, and that is PCl5. In PCl5, the central atom is phosphorus. Atomic number is 15. Electronic configuration 2, 8 and 5. Means there are 5 valence electrons. So I will take 5 plus monovalent attached atoms, that is 5. So this will give me 10. Divide this by 2. I'll get 5. How I will split this? This will give me S. Then it will give me P3. 1 and 3, 4. One more is left. So I will go for D. So the type of hybridization will be sp3D. Let us try for the number of lone pairs if present. So I will check this. This is 5 and the number what you got here is also 5, means it is same. So no lone pair. So here with no lone pair. So this will undergo only sp3 hybridization. Let us try few more, and that is NO2. Plus, you can do this simultaneously with me. Nitrogen atomic number is 7, electronic configuration 2 and 5. So the number of electrons I will use is 5 plus. I will not add this because this is divalent, so I'll put 0 here. Now minus the positive charge of 1. So this will give me 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So the hybridization here that nitrogen will undergo is sp. Let us try for the lone pair. If I check this 2 and 2, so there is no lone pair present. Now let us move on to ammonium ion. So it is NH4 plus. Again here nitrogen atomic number is 7, electronic configuration 2 and 5. So I will take 5 plus monovalent 4 atoms. So I will add this 4 minus the negative charge the molecule is carrying, positive charge the molecule is carrying, so I'll subtract 1. So this will be 9 minus 1, 8 by 2, I'll get 4, means it will undergo sp3 hybridization. Let us try for the lone pairs. If I check this 4 and this 4, so there is no lone pair in this molecule. So here there is no lone pair. Let us try for IF7. Iodine is from 17th group. No need to remember the atomic number. All halogens, they will have 7 electrons in the valence shell. So here I will have 7 electrons from iodine plus monovalent fluorine atom 7. So I'll add this 7. Total I will get 14. Divide this by 2. I'll get 7. Now let us see what will be the hybridization. So it will be S. Then it will be P3, 4 I have used. Now next is D3. So 3 and 3, 6 and this one is 7. So let us try for the number of lone pairs. So if I check this 7 and this 7, so there is no lone pair in this molecule. Let us try for a few more, that is PCl5. We have already finished with PCl5. Let us go for PCl3. Now here phosphorus is from 15th group. So there will be 5 valence electrons plus monovalent 3. So I will add this. I will get 8. Divide this by 2. I'll get 4. So the hybridization here will be sp3. If I check this 3 and 4 means plus 1 lone pair. Students, it's very easy to predict the type of hybridization by using those shortcuts. So please try the type of hybridization on boron in BF3 molecule and write your answer in the comment box. I hope you have understood this simple trick to find the type of hybridization. To know what should be the corresponding geometry for the molecules, do comment in the comment box so that I can make a video how to predict the type of geometry the molecule will exhibit in the coming video. I hope you like this. Do share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you, students.